Hey homies, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Haley and this is the Mystic Adventure Tarot. So, coming at you with another video. We're gonna do conflict at home. If you're having issues at home, family, friends, roommates, whatever it is, we're gonna go over that today. So, once again, I pre-shuffled all your piles. It's actually a little bit easier for me in like times where I just don't have a lot of time. I could just have it like out and ready to go, and then when I'm ready, I could just fire away. So, pre-shuffled once again. Conflict at home, pile 1 is going to be this fluorite cube, one of my faves. And then we have long distance between you. Okay, pile 1. Pile 2 is going to be this fluorite tower. Look at this thing. Just let's take a little moment, pile 2. Look at this thing. Phenomenal. Oh, so gorgeous. What do you got? More, or talk more. Okay. Maybe you guys need to start communicating a little better or a little more. And then pile 3, we have this fluorite heart. Again, super pretty. Oh, the tip is a little broken, but that's okay. Pile 3, and we have short-term results. Ooh, okay, interesting. All right. Conflict at home, okay? Take a second, think about which pile you want to pick. Click your timestamp down below, and I will catch you guys in your reading. Hi, pile 1. If you chose the fluorite cube or you chose long distance between you, this is going to be your reading. Like I said, I pre-shuffled all your cards, so we're going to put these down here, get into your oracle, and then we'll see what's going on in your tarot. So, conflict at home. You might be having issues with your roommates, with your friends, family, whatever it is. We're gonna get to, maybe it's you. We're gonna get to the bottom of it, okay? So we're starting off with long distance between you. Put that here. Long distance between you. We have the weasel. Be silent, pay attention, and simply observe with your eyes, ears, and physical feelings what is happening inside and all around you. Okay. We have honor with the snake plant. Maybe honoring somebody's wishes, honoring somebody's feelings. We got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. And then we have comfort. All right. So I feel like obviously there's like some distance between you, whether it be that you are living far away from someone you love, or they're on a trip, or some kind of something. Maybe it's not even physical distance. Maybe it's like emotional distance. You're starting to feel yourself like not be able to connect as much as you used to, you know? And then with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like there's good stuff coming, like there's positive things coming. And I feel like you should take comfort in the fact that despite this distance, there might not be, I don't feel like there might be anything super negative happening, you know? Maybe the conflict is you dealing with the taking space or taking distance, or maybe this is the aftermath of you taking distance, you know? But just pay attention, observe, like check out, like recognize your physical feelings, recognize what's happening all around you, you know? And honor your feelings, honor your comfort, honor your expansion, and honor your needs in the relationship. You know what I mean? Like sometimes maybe you're far away from home right now and you're like in having like a good time, but you might be feeling a little homesick. You know what I mean? And honor those feelings. But remember, like with the Wheel of Fortune, like we got a lot going on. You have a lot going on. It feels like there's like big things packed in here, you know? So let's get into our tarot since, you know, there's not much going on in the oracle. But yeah, just even if it's like doing something if you're currently doing something that's out of your comfort zone or whatever, you know, honor your feelings and just recognize like distance isn't forever. And if you're taking distance or there's physical distance in between you, like if you want to maintain it, you need to make the effort to do that. You know what I mean? So our first card, how am I at home? Ooh, we have the 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords upright. With the 10 of Swords upright, I feel like maybe you've been life might have been very stressful for you. Things have probably gotten to a head. Maybe that's why you're taking some space. Maybe that's why you're taking some distance to honor yourself and get more comfortable in where you're at. But with the Ten of Swords, it's like, like feeling backstabbed or feeling maybe defeated, feeling like you're losing something. How are you at home is like, you just might not be happy at home. And maybe that's where the long distance is coming from, or the need for distance. This might not even be currently happening. You know what I mean? The need for distance might be there because you might not be happy there anymore. You might feel like, I've had enough. Like I'm pretty sad here. I'm pretty low. I'm pretty down being around this place. What is the source of conflict? We have the Five of Pentacles, and it's not enough. Whatever it is that you're feeling right now in terms of like what you're lacking at home, you feel like it's not enough. You might not be making enough money, or you feel like you're very isolated where you live. You feel like you're kind of stuck. You're worried. Loss is a key word for both of these cards too. You know what I mean? Maybe you're feeling feeling a little lost as to what you're supposed to do, and maybe again, that distance might be a good idea for you. Honor your need to have something more, to be more comfortable, because the five of Pentacles is uncomfortable. It's not, you're not living in as well as you want to live. You're not as comfortable as you want to be. You're not as happy as you want to be. Like it feels like there's like something missing, especially like monetarily. Maybe you can't afford this place anymore, or maybe you can afford something better and you're just like waiting to find the right moment to say, hey, I'm getting ready to move. I'm ready to move on. That could be another thing, is you might be ready to move on and put some distance, and the other party might not be. What blockages are in your environment? We've got the Four of Cups reversed. That like insecurity. You might not, you feel bored. I feel like you are very stifled and limited where you are currently at in your living situation, and you are ready to move on and grow and expand. So I don't think this is conflict like you're fighting with somebody. Maybe you are fighting with somebody and you're just over it, right? But I feel like you have outgrown your current living situation, your current living space, whatever. And it's almost like you've become, the blockage in your environment is that you are bored and you're about to miss an opportunity with that Wheel of Fortune. It's almost like you're going to miss an opportunity because I don't know if you're too scared to expand. I don't know if you don't feel like you are able to do it. You are. You can do anything you put your mind and effort towards, right? Even if it doesn't turn out exactly the way you planned it. But I feel like for you, yeah, the blockage in your environment is just like, you're not getting enough. You're not getting watered enough. You're not receiving enough. You're not, whatever it is. And it makes sense with that Five of Pentacles, right? It's just not enough. I think you're bigger than this town, pile one. You really are. And you need to trust your abilities and honor your abilities and be able to say, you know what? Let me put some distance between mom and dad. Let me go and venture out on my own. Or, you know what I mean? Like, let me get out of this apartment. Let me get out of this town. Let me move on, Honor those feelings. Honor that desire. Because you're pretty stopped up right now. You are really blocked up where you're at. I don't think that where you're at is big enough for you. And maybe it's something as simple as the size of your apartment. You're ready to get something bigger. Apply it as deep or as shallow as you want to apply it. But you need more. It's time for you to go get more. Pile one. How is this affecting me? Judgment reversed. You're just putting off. You're just putting it off. You're just putting off what you could already have. You're putting off what you could already be happy with and what you could already be, the self-doubt. This situation being small, being in a small environment that's too small for you, can make you doubt yourself after a while. Am I able to go to school? Am I able to go get this job? Am I able to move internationally? Am I able to, you know what I mean? Like stuff that you were already able to do, stuff that you were already capable of doing. But it feels like now you're not honoring your skills. You're not honoring your desires. And you're kind of just stuck. You're doubting yourself. You're questioning. You're not even it gets to a certain point where you don't even want to examine yourself, right? You don't even want to look within, because looking within, you know the answer. And some people will ask the same tarot reading over and over again. What should I do? What should I do? You know what you need to do. You know what steps you need to take in order to get here. And if you don't know what steps you need to take, you need to start researching and taking those steps. You need to start putting together the effort and stop living in disappointment, living in self-doubt, living in worry. Expand, pile one, expand, grow, go find something bigger, go chase something bigger. You have the ability to, and I think that for you need to stop being so scared. Stop questioning yourself, stop doubting yourself, and at least try, okay? Promise me you'll try, pile one. Promise me you'll try. Just try, just look, just take a little look-see and see what's out there, What can I do to gain peace? We have, Two of Swords reversed. Make a decision. Make a choice. If you're going to choose to stay in this same spot, stop complaining about the spot that you're in. If you're going to choose to move on, do what you need to do to move on. But don't sit here and sometimes our comfort zone is miserable. You know what I mean? Sometimes we're comfortable in survival mode. Sometimes we're comfortable in dealing with that person that you live with that just is negative and like they're nitpicky and they hurt your feelings. They don't care. You know what I mean? Like sometimes we get comfortable in that, because it's familiar to us, and the unknown is very scary. So rather than making the effort to move into the unknown, we're going to sit here all twisted up and tied up and go, I'm just not sure. I'm not sure. I don't know if it'll work out. You haven't tried to make it work out. You have not tried. So, pile one, you're reading in terms of conflict at home. It's time for you to try. It's time for you to at least try. I know people say, don't try, do. Some of us need to try first. I'm a Virgo. I got to try first. I'm not about to just go do, right? But at a certain point, the action will be required. At a certain point, you can't just shuffle your feet around forever. The opportunity will disappear. Things will change. Your passport expires. I don't know. Something will happen. And then you're no longer ready for the opportunity anymore. So it's time to move on, pile one. It's time to move on and expand, get bigger, get something bigger for yourself, or even something smaller for yourself. It doesn't have to be bigger. Maybe you're ready to sell everything and go live in a van, If that's what you want to do the research, find out what the right vehicle is, find out what you can do in the area you live, how you can travel, how you can afford it, and do it. But stop playing games. Stop holding yourself back. This is you holding yourself back. I'm not seeing other people in this. This is you, pile one. Success. Let it happen for you. Your prayers and intentions have been received. Now allow for the movement of circumstances to occur so that your wishes can materialize. Get out of your own way and let it happen for you, pile one. Let it happen for you. Go chase your dream. Go have fun. Go, your life isn't over. So go live. Express love. Share love generously. How do you show your appreciation? Discover new ways of expressing your love and new people to share your admiration with. Get out there, pile one. Get out there. Get out there and try. Try. Let's see. Acceptance. All is as it should be. To see situations through the eyes of your best self, you will have the wisdom and the will to refrain from judgment. So send blessings instead. Instead of saying, I don't think I can, figure out, how can I do it? How can I make this work? How can I make this happen? I love you, pile one. This was so good. Sorry you're the problem this time. I love you. Comment down below. Let me know what the tea is. Let me know what's going on. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Hi, pile 2. If you chose the fluorite point or you chose talk more, this is going to be your reading. Conflict at home. So let's talk about it. Like I said, I shuffled your tarot cards out already. Ooh, you got 2 of these. Okay, this might be good. Shuffled your cards out already, so let's get into your oracle, and then we'll get into the tarot, and then we'll be done. Talk more. Let's see, what else we got? Tiger, you're being called upon to provide leadership, so trust that you are capable of doing so. Taking the lead. The Star, love that. That's always a good one. Provision with Sunflower, okay. And then we have Anxiety. Gotta love it, right? It's time for you to take control of the household. And like, you don't have to do it in a browbeating way, but maybe it's time for you to step up and trust that you are able to lead in the situation, whether it be your family, like I said, family, roommates, whatever, right? The conflict in your home. You might need to take the lead on this one. You know, talk to them more, have deeper conversations. Don't be avoidant of whatever the elephant is in the room. You know, you're being called upon to provide leadership, so trust that you are capable of doing so. And with provision, maybe it's time for you to be the provider. You know, maybe it's time for you to kind of step up your game and start, you know, maybe bringing in more money or taking on more tasks within the household. You know, it's time for you to step up, you know. And with the Star, like, it's gonna be okay. If you make the effort that you need to make, it will be okay. There will be renewal, there will be serenity, there will be peace in your household, and this anxiety will just be something that you could blow off. You know, sometimes anxiety gets too much of a hold on us, and then we can't think straight, right? So take leadership of your own mind, take leadership of your situation. It's time to step up, have more conversations with whoever you're required to have conversations with, including yourself, and start seeing what you're truly capable of. Pile 2. Let's see what we got. How am I at home? Judgment, upright. Okay. With Judgment upright, it's almost like you're ready. It's like you're evolving right now. You know, it's so funny too, because like with the upholstery, because this is like, it's supposed to be upholstery, right? It's almost like you're refurbishing things. You might be redecorating, you might be, you know, rebuilding certain things in your home, or just trying to make your home more functional, more comfortable, whatever it is, upgrading your home. You are the one, it's like you're the one who's able to do it. You're the one who has, and again, you're the one who has the idea and the sense of direction, right? So like, start following your own sense of direction. Again, with the leadership, it's time for you to provide the effort that it needs to take to get this done, you know, and talk more, delegate, figure out, okay, I'm capable of this. This is how much money is in our household budget. This is what we got to do, you know, who can do this, who can do that, right? But it's like time for you to start, you need to take charge. And again, with Judgment, it's like this calling, this inner, it's an inner calling. It's a rebirth, you know, it's an establishment, and it's a moving forward. The truth is coming out, you know what I mean? So let the truth come out and take the reins. What is the source of the conflict? 4 of Swords reversed. Stress. Probably anxiety again with that one. I feel like with the 4 of Swords reversed, there's also this like restlessness and lack of progress. You know what I mean? It's almost like you're burnt out, or somebody's burnt out, right? The source of the conflict, maybe just as a suggestion, it might not be you, it might be somebody else. If someone's not pulling their weight, and if that person is you, step up. You know, there's a lack of progress for whatever reason. So maybe it's your turn to step up and provide progress, to provide ideas, to provide the push that we need to move forward. And again, with that talk more, have these conversations with your roommates, with your parents, whoever it is that you're living with, with yourself. It's time to step up and have these conversations. Initiate the conversation. Initiate the effort, initiate the work getting done. Because you need to get the work done. Meow, meow. What are you crying out there for? Yeah, it's time to initiate the work being done. Stop wasting your time. Stop wasting your time. Stop wasting everybody else's time, because even if you're not the one who's the problem, avoiding the conversation is a waste of time. It is. It holds, like I said, it holds back that progress that you're trying to make in terms of moving forward. So source of the conflict being, there's a lack of progress, and there's almost like this restless avoidance of making a difference in the situation, What blockages are in your environment? We have the Fool and the Hermit. Okay. You know what? You might have the conflict of like, I want to leave, I want to just move on, but also like, I want to stay. It's almost like you're being pulled in two very different directions, right? The option of fly, little bird, be free, and I'd rather just hide in my home and introspect and be alone. Maybe you want to move out on your own. Ooh, that's a good thought. Maybe you want to move out on your own, and you might be holding yourself back from it, right? Because that would be good with the provision and with the leadership, of like, maybe you're avoiding the conversation of like, hey guys, I'm moving out. I gotta go. I gotta move on. I gotta have my own shit. There's nothing wrong with that, right? There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. There's this new beginning. And maybe it's not even about moving out, right? Maybe it's just about being like, hey, I would like to change the tone of our household. I would like to move in a certain way, or I need space. I need to get out more. I need to do more. I need to, you know what I mean? Again, taking that leadership to provide what it is that you need in your life. And the blockages in your environment is so funny because it's such opposing energies. Of one wants to run away and just go be Delulu, and the other one is thinking so much that I can't be Delulu about anything. I have to stay home. I have to stay inside. It's it comes to mind. You guys know the song Out There from Hunchback of Notre Dame? It's almost like it's Quasimodo and Frollo, of like, I want to go out there. I want to see what's out there in the world. And then there's also the like, stay in here. Nobody loves you the way I love you. Nobody can take care of you. Nobody will accept you. Nobody will let you change or be free, or no one's gonna. It's not true. It's not true. It's time for you to provide leadership to yourself and make the decision of how you're going to shift the energy in your home. And with the star, you will be successful. You will be very successful, But the blockages are just this like very staunchly conflicting will I, won't I. It's like your dreams versus your reality. And how can you make your dreams and your reality mesh into one, How is this affecting me? The Hierophant, it's like you're just like, almost like you're being like a stickler for the rules now. You're the lack of ability to move around is affecting you in the way of like, you feel you're like just kind of going with the flow. You're kind of conforming to the household rather than, there be any progress or changes being made. You're just kind of, okay, well, I guess none of us clean the kitchen now, or I guess none of, you know what I mean? Like, that's just a weird example, but I guess nobody's going to do it. And so now you're like, okay, let me just follow along with the status quo of the household because I'm not taking charge the way that I should. Everything's just kind of default now, and you're just going along with it. And it's not supposed to be that way. It's not supposed to be default. You're supposed to make decisions on your own. You're supposed to have control for yourself. Now, if you're in a family dynamic, right? You're married, you have kids or whatever, or you're in a partnership. Like, obviously, you need to talk to your partner and let your partner know that these are the experiences that you're having. These are the desires that you're having. Hey, I want to move to a new spot. I'm ready for us to move. Or like, hey, I want to cut down the bills a little bit. I want to start budgeting. I want to start, you know what I mean? Whatever it is, like have those conversations of how can we do better? How can we do better? You know, how can I do better? This is affecting you by making you more just like a follower than a leader. You know, you're just following, you're not leading. And it's time for you to step up and lead, pile 2. What can I do to gain peace? We have justice. Again, with that, like, almost like authority. It's time for you to have some sort of authority in your life. Hold people accountable. Hold yourself accountable. You know? The leadership thing is sticking out to me, and the provision is sticking out to me, because it's like, you also need to be accountable for your choices within the household, you know? And if the status quo is none of your roommates clean up, and so you've decided you're going to stop cleaning up, you're now creating an environment for yourself where you're living in filth because you're unhappy living in filth, but you also don't have the balls to go tell them, hey, clean up your shit. Hey, we can't be living like this. You know, we can't be living dirty or messy or whatever, you know, and that's just an example. But what can you do to gain peace? Set the standard, change the standard, and require accountability amongst all parties, including yourself. Hey guys, I know I've been slacking off. Let's work together. You know, let's get this done. Let's make this better. Let's make our home better. For not just me, for all of us, you know. Whatever your specific situation is where you're having this conflict at home, have the conversation. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana. This is all kind of boils down to the authority in your own life. Having the authority in your life to make the changes that you want to make. You're being very passive in your life right now, and you need to be active, proactive. You know, you need to start putting in the effort and start taking the reins. All right, pile 2. Let's get our final cards. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope I'm not being too hard on you. Let's see. Receive. Let yourself take it all in. Allow your heart to receive love and praise from others. Give yourself permission to accept gifts and compliments with humility and grace. Again, open. Being open to change. Receiving. You don't know that they're going to reject the conversation because you haven't given them the opportunity to hear the conversation. Talk more. Stop avoiding. Nurture. Grow a great life. Look after what is important to you. Nourish what you wish to grow in your life. Lovingly tend to your relationships. Support your body, mind, and spirit. I think that you've been hiding. You might be like doing this thing where you're just hiding in your room now, and you're not actually like enjoying where you live. And it's time for you to come out of your room, come out of your little hole, and start enjoying your life. Go outside, get your home cleaned up, open up the windows, open up the blinds, breathe some fresh air, let some fresh air blow through your home, you know? Like, it's time to shift the energy. It's time to shift this. What is the status quo? It is your job to shift it, you know? Courage, yep. Show up with a whole heart. Bravely lead with your heart. Show up for the unexpected. Face what you cannot control or do not understand. Do the things that scare you. It might scare you to speak up for yourself. Oh, we'll take this one too. Uplift. We all rise together. Celebrate the success of others. Share the joy of their triumphs. We are all connected. So when we lift up others up, it raises our own vibration. I think you need to raise the vibration in your household, pile 2. And it's one of those things where this is up to you. The energy is not going to change unless you set the standard and you change it, pile 2. So just try. I think that's the theme for everybody so far, is just give it a try, you know, see what happens. Take authority in your life, pile 2. Don't sit in the back seat of your own car. Okay. I love you. I hope you enjoyed this. Like and comment and subscribe. Let me know down below what you thought, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Hi, pile 3. If you chose the fluorite heart or you chose short-term results, this is going to be a reading, conflict at home. So, like I said, I already shuffled out your tarot. So I'm going to put these down here and then we'll get to your oracle and then tarot, get a final card, and then we're done. Short-term results. Let's get into it. The unicorn. Indulge your creative imagination and indulge your creative, imaginative, and magical side through some form of artistic expression. Yes, I love that. I can't. Stromanthi? Is that how you pronounce that? Stromanthi? Gratitude. Okay. Happily fulfilled place. The 10 of Cups. Yes. Love it, love it, love it. Ooh, death. Okay. Death isn't always physical death. Sometimes it can represent like an ending, you know, closure, moving on to a new situation, moving on to greener pastures, if you will. It's interesting too with the short-term results because because this is conflict at home, I'm going to take this like this. I feel like the 10 of Cups and the unicorn is like what you're trying to be. And I feel like you're currently like trying to be grateful for where you're at. But also in reality, like you might not be where you want to be. You know, you might not be getting what you want out of your home life. Maybe you're carrying everything. Maybe you're doing most of the work, or maybe you're just, you know, feeling like everything you do is like a block, or, you know, everything's a closed door. Let's get into our tarot because I feel like these are so like, obviously take some time to express yourself. Take some time to breathe and enjoy your life and, you know, just like do your hobbies, enjoy your hobbies, rest and enjoy that rest, you know? Well, how am I at home? We have the World. Yeah, I feel like you're doing, you know what's funny? I'm getting it in this way. I feel like you're doing everything, right? I feel like you're the one completing stuff. You're the one making sure the paperwork gets filled out. You're the one, you know, making sure that things are accomplished. It might be all on you. The vibe here, I don't know why I keep getting that, but the vibe here is that it might be all on you. Having a happy home and being grateful and, you know, all these things. Because the Death card really is sticking out of like, it's almost like this isn't like as it seems, you know? So at home, you might be the end all be all, you know? You might be the one that's doing all the work. What is the source of conflict? Temperance reversed. Yeah, that's what I was, burnt out, irritated, you know, with Temperance. Come here, Wesley, come here. We're fostering this dog and he's just a yapper. With the Temperance reverse, it's almost like there's no long-term vision. And again, with that short-term results, it's like you're doing the most. You might be doing it all, but the vibe here is that you're doing the most. You know what I mean? Wesley, come here. Like that. It's almost like you have to be, you're the one who has to like chastise the kids, or, you know, you're the one who has to do all the laundry. You're the one who has to bring in all the money, whatever context you want to put it in. It's almost like you're doing it all. You got to do all the work, and people might not be listening to you. You know, you might not be being heard. What blockages are in your environment? Four of Swords reversed. You're not getting enough rest, and there's no progress. It's almost like you're burnt out and not progressing at the same time. You're doing all of this effort, all of this work, and you're restless. You're not making progress, and you're exhausted. You know. That I know I was a little early on like you're doing all of it, but like that's what I feel. That's what I'm getting. You're doing all the work and you feel like you're not getting anything out of it. And maybe that's where this unicorn and this 10 of Cups comes in of like it's time to make your life, your home, what you want it to be. And you might need to it might require you telling somebody they need to step up. You need to have a better attitude. You need to try harder. You know, whatever it is that you have to say, get it out. Because right now you're just leading right now, when you're the one carrying everything, you're getting short-term results. You're not getting long-term. You're not making progress. You're just tired and frustrated. Tired and frustrated and held back. How is this affecting me? Strength reversed. There you go. There you go. It's like it's making you want to give up. It's making you doubt yourself, and it's making you almost give up in the sense of like, fine, the house is just not going to be clean, or fine, like the food is just not going to be made. Fine, like the bills are just not going to get paid, because it's like you're like over it. You're ready to give up. And you need to find a way to enjoy your life. I don't think that you're enjoying your home life right now. Pile 3. I don't think that you're enjoying your home life. And maybe that's where that death card comes in, of like, it's time to end this cycle and actually live a life and have a home that makes you want to be there, makes you want to be happy, makes you want to try. Because it just feels like, it's almost like you're doing all the work, but you're not trying. Does that make sense? Is that a contradictory? It's like you're doing all this work, but you're not trying to be happy. You're not doing the work that it takes to be happy. You're just getting the work done, you know? And the vibe here is you need to outsource. You need to move some of this energy around. And that's how it's affecting you, is it's just making you like not care anymore. I've given up. I don't care. I'm not going to be disciplined. I'm no longer going to put in the effort that I have been putting in, because nobody else is. Everyone else has given up, and so have I. That's kind of the energy, you know? What can I do to gain peace? The 4 of Swords again. Oh wait, this wasn't in reverse, sorry. The 4 of Swords again. Again. It came up twice. You need to rest. You need to recuperate. You need to relax. And like, resting is not just laying there with your eyes closed. You know? Doing something that you enjoy. Pouring back into yourself. You know? Go to the movies by yourself. Go to the park and just breathe air. Whatever it is. You need to rest and recuperate, because you're not... Is this 4 of Swords? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just kidding. It's the 5 of Swords. Just kidding. I can't count. And maybe it was reversed. I'm not sure. I'll read it both ways, but you need to be open to change. You need to be open. I take it all back. The rest thing is still important, because that's what was there, right? But you need to stop fighting. Stop trying to win the battle. You know what I mean? You're the one who's right. Stop browbeating. And just be open to change, you know, let the past go. How are we going to build the future? Because right now, all we have is short-term results and a lack of progress. We're not moving forward at all. And the goal is to be grateful for your life. The goal is to have that 10 of Cups, to be in a position where you're happy and you're free and you come home and it feels good to come home. Or if you're home all the time, you know, you can leave. You can leave and not have to worry about like, oh, nothing's going to get done while I'm gone. You know, let go of that like aggravation. Stop doing everything for everybody and start doing stuff for yourself. Start taking care of yourself, because this 5 of Swords, it's so funny. I thought it was the 4 of Swords. With the 5 of Swords, it's just like, you can't just keep fighting all the time. You know? You can't fight forever, pile 3. At a certain point, you either move out, you break up, you take control and you demand what your needs are, or you crash out and you're the problem, you know? And I feel like you're getting pretty close to a crash out. That's the energy I'm getting. You're getting pretty close to that crash out. And it's because you're overwhelmed, you're stressed, and you're not delegating your needs. You're not expressing your needs. And if you are expressing your needs and they're not being heard, then you need to start acting and moving accordingly to someone who's not giving you what you need. You know what I'm saying? You can't beg forever, you know? And This is not, obviously this is not like legal professional advice. I'm just a pair of talking hands on the internet. So like, don't go drop everything and get a divorce just because you're waiting for someone to tell you to, you know what I mean? That's the point. You're waiting for somebody to tell you what to do because you're tired of being in charge. But in reality, the burnout is coming from the fact that you are doing everything. You're doing everything. You're thinking for everybody. You're working for everybody. You're making sure everybody's ass is wiped. And you need to make sure your own ass is wiped. You need to make sure your own needs are met. You need to make sure that you are not putting yourself in a position where you are holding everything up and it all crumbles if you don't do it. That's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not going to be successful, and it's going to end poorly. Those are short-term results. What do you need to do, pile 3, to get the long-term results? To get that 10 of cups, to get that unicorn feeling back in your life, where you're not just carrying the weight of the world, you are a part of the world. You are part of the life that you are living. You're not just carrying it on your back, Let's get, I hope that was good for you. Let's get our final cards and then we'll be on our way. Conflict at home for pile 3. Yeah, it's time to share the load. It's time for you to start sharing the load. Gratitude. The gratitude twice. Notice what's going right. Thankfulness is the secret sauce for creating lasting happiness. Cultivate an attitude of gratitude and then watch as your blessings grow. What is going right? Because maybe you're at that point where you're just seeing everything negatively. Nobody's doing what you want. Nothing is what you want. It's never my flavor. Maybe instead of engaging in that, you start thinking, okay, what is going right? Where am I receiving help? Compassion. Behold the divine in others. See beyond the behaviors of others. Resist trying to analyze a person's character. See them through eyes of love. Witness them with acceptance. You might be, like I said, there might be some browbeating going on. You might be being real hard because you're carrying everything, or you feel like you're carrying everything, and you're not seeing everything else that's going on around you. Pile 3. Take a step back, Take a step back and say, what do I like about my life? Instead of saying, I am angry at all of these things, what are you happy about? What do you like? What do you enjoy? How do you get that unicorn spark back, Commitment. Review your responsibilities. Are your commitments and obligations life-affirming and empowering? You may need to set aside doubts and commit to a person or purpose. And like I said, it gives back to that carrying it all. Have you committed too much? Have you committed too little? Are you even enjoying? Do you even like the thing that you have committed yourself to? Are you even enjoying the life that you're living right now, pile 3? And if you're not, what do you need to do? Who do you need to talk to? Where do you need to clear the air? What do you need to be grateful for? What do you need to change? It's time to start asking yourself all these questions. What have you committed to that you are no longer connecting with and you feel like it's taking too much out of you? What is it? Think about it. Take a second and think about it, Find the source of your frustration. If you're carrying it all, delegate. If you're not being heard, make yourself heard, whether it be through action or through consequence, through their consequence, whatever it is. Stop putting yourself on the back burner. Stop doing all the work and getting no results. Long-term results require clarity, require peace of mind, not I just got to get one step in front of me. How do I get 10 steps? Even if I get 2 steps back, how do I still get 10 steps forward? I love you, pile 3. I hope you enjoyed this. Comment down below. Let me know. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next one.